Yes, back again with another Netflix show review. This time, V Wars. V Wars. We have it here, yo. Ian Somerhalder starring in this vampire TV show. I was pleasantly surprised how good this show was. I was like, oh my gosh! I was like, something called V Wars. I thought, what the heck is this? I was like, what is this? But this is a show. It was cancelled after season one. Yes, I admit that. But this show is very fun. Um, the characters bounce to each other very well, and it shows more acting chops of Ian Somerhalder because this guy can act. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, everyone remembers this guy from Vampire Diaries. Okay, we'll get that out of the way now. The elephant in the room. We got Vampire Diaries, Ian Somerhalder starring another show. I was like, okay, another vampire show. Okay, now we got that out of the way. Ian Somerhalder does a great job in this role, and as like a scientist. And his name is Luther. Where's what's his name? Luther Swan. There we go. Luther Swan. I want to get his last name. There we go. And he has a friend called Michael Fay, and who's played by Adrian Holmes, by the way. He's a really good actor, by the way. Adrian Holmes. This guy's literally everywhere at this point. He's getting role after role. Adrian Holmes is a sick actor. Um, yeah, so he plays Michael Fane. He's the friend of Ian Somerhalder's character, Luther Swan. And I like to get people's names in the shows. I like just doing reviews and not knowing these characters' names. I don't like that. So yeah, that's not talking about. You know what I mean? So then, Luther's character, he literally calls up Michael, his friend, his boy, his brother. And it says in the show multiple times in the show, he's his brother, and they've been friends for years. It looks like childhood at this point, the way they talk to each other. And they go to this place. I don't know where they go. They go somewhere far out in the snow, where it's cold, or Alaska, where they go. Because this starting is a scientist who just kills himself. He offs himself because there's this kind of virus running through his veins. He looks like he's about to transform. He's about to turn to something. We don't know what it is at this point. So then, yes, you see Luther and some of his character having a conference with other like-minded scientists, and literally there's like a head scientist somewhere from like this organization saying that we need your help. Members of our team are missing. They're not responding to the comms. They're not reporting back anything. So we need you to go over there and check it out. So that's when Luther rings up his friend Michael. Michael, he rings him up, and they go there to check it out. So just them two go, and I'm not like, just them two go and check it out. Where the rest of their help is just them two. Like, why would they just go there just by themselves if they feel that there's a threat there? It's really weird to me why they did that. I'm not going there by myself if they're not reporting back. Also, obviously something happened. It wouldn't just be them two there just investigating the place. What the heck? Which is weird to be honest. That's crazy. But especially in real life, that would not happen. But yeah, they go there. They go to this base, this bunker where these scientists were studying something. And they saw these ancient rocks, and there was blood everywhere. Looks like some holders started to realize there was contamination in the room. So he goes, I think we've just been infected with something. So then he goes, dun dun dun. You know what I'm saying? Then he just kind of dun dun dun. That's when the kind of story kicks off now because they get into quarantine, so they go back to the States. They both get sick. You know, Ian Somerhalder character looks visibly more sick than Michael's character, Agent Holmes' character. And Agent Holmes seems to be getting better and better while Ian Somerhalder's getting worse and worse. And he seems to be getting faster and stronger too. So you're like, so he's the one who's getting the abilities and Luther is not. So I'm like, okay. So then he starts to eat they start to eat dinner now at this point. Then you start to really see the differences between the two at this point. Michael eats his dinner that they give him in quarantine. He doesn't like it. He's like, does it taste different to you? Does it taste off to you? And Luther and Ian's character goes, no, it tastes like the same crap they've been giving us for the last couple of weeks. I don't know how long they've been in there. And afterwards, they do the scans, let him out. And then Michael starts to have super hearing. He starts to see visions of wanting to bite people. And then all of a sudden, Michael rings Luther and goes, I need your help, buddy. Come over here. I need to check something out for me. He runs down there while he's talking to his wife, Jess. He's like, oh, Jess, I gotta go visit my friend Michael. Gotta help my boy out. And she goes, yeah, come back safe. Then he goes out. So, at this point, Michael goes out with this redhead. We see later on in the season. She's gonna be a big character in the season. Her name is Danica Dwarf. Her name's Danica. So that's the Michael goes out in the show. So then he goes over there, and this woman's neck's been torn out. What the heck is going on? There's blood on Michael's hands, so we're like, what the heck is going on? Luther's like, what the freak is this? Said Michael's like, no, bro, we gotta cover up, bro. Hey, you know some people. Let's cover this up. I'm like, oh no, Luther's like, hey, let's call the police, bro. If you didn't do it, let's call the police, because Michael gives them the notion that he didn't do it, that somebody else did it. So then Luther goes against his word and kind of just cleans up and helps Michael, because he was going to call the cops, but he goes against it. He was like, nah. We want to help his boy out, so he cleaned up the apartment, the room. Looks like, and when it was the scene after that, we see Michael start to go out the street hunting people. He sees this woman walking on the street, sees her neck pulsating, pa pa pa. Goes to attack her. Cops show up. They stop him. Give a couple of shots. No damage. He heals from it very fast. So because Luther literally goes to the cops to confess that Michael has done something and he helped cover it up. So he gets held for some amount of time to go talk to Michael, he's in containment right now. They've captured him. And then all this kind of craziness goes down. We have this reporter woman. What is her name? I don't know the name of this show. What's her name of the show? What's her name? Okay, let me try to find it real quick for you guys. For some reason, the show name makes no sense. All right, here we go. There we go. So let's go. Katie. Here you go. We have this reporter called Katie. She's running around the place trying to get a story. She's like, oh, I get the story. There's a vampire killer on the loose because all these bodies are like turning up drained. So then they strap down Michael, and she goes in there. She goes, oh, she got sneaks in there. Because this guy's so strong, and then she goes in there, and all of a sudden this guy starts going mad. He breaks out because he's hungry as heck at this point, and she's there. So his face just transforms. I was like, his face starts stretching. I was like, I could turn into a damn werewolf or something. What the heck is he turning into? Is that a vampire? What is this? But he's like some high level vampire, like the original, the OG levels, like patient zero at this point. straight Resident Evil. Zero. So so he starts killing everyone, killing these patients, these guards, killing all the guards off. And then she literally takes a picture of it, or like a snapshot of it, him transforming. He lets her go because he escapes. Doesn't try to get her for some reason. And then it starts this whole thing throughout the show. Cops are trying to get Michael. Michael builds an army. Um, Luthor is literally trying to be captured by these by the CIA, FBI, some of these kind of higher people. These kind of black suits are using him to try and cure, or should I say, kill the vampire population that's rising because Michael has this infectious disease that creates other vampires. So it's a different kind of way. It's kind of like a virus. There's a virus-born, airborne kind of thing now with vampirism. It's kind of different to the usual vampire lore. Because we don't know if you bite them, it turns, but obviously if you turn, you must have this kind of germ that they carry on. So I guess so it makes sense. So there is kind of things that you don't really see in this show that you kind of have to fill in the blanks yourself. Um, but yeah, things get dropped in the show. And the only drawback of the show, certain storylines or plot points get dropped in the show. And you're like, huh? They never go back to it, and you're like, think to yourself, what the heck is going on? But while you're watching the show, it's so bugging me that much. Stuff's happening in the show. Stuff's happening. His son um, has the same gene as Michael, so he's a potential vampire threat. But we find out later on that he isn't. It doesn't turn to a vampire later on. So that's cleared up. And his mum, who's Ian Somerhalder's wife in real life, Nikki Reed, she plays this kind of almost like a bipolar woman in the show. Who's like got problems, druggy, alcoholic, something like that. She's got some kind of affliction that's why Ian Somerhalder doesn't want to give the son to her because she lost rights years back to him. And throughout the show, she's literally helping him, helping this, helping him, helping this, trying to help the son. Whenever Luthor in some of those characters in trouble, she steps in because she said at one point, the government is literally fighting amongst itself because you have this in the end of the show, this overarching villain, this guy with glasses. I actually can't remember his name. What is his name? What is his name? Yeah, Peter Outerbridge, great actor by the way. He plays someone called Calix Niklaus, who's returned to be like the main villain of this show because he turns himself into a vampire at the end of it. And I'm like, oh, what the heck? So he goes become like a vampire at the end. I was like, oh snap. He goes, I'm on the winning side. So I was like, because apparently, because Michael loses his hold over the vampire nation. Because this girl that he recruits, Ava, played by Sydney Mouse, she's a great actress, by the way, great actress. She's like his right hand man, and he starts to see Danica, because he saw his girlfriend somewhere. She's like a Verdalac. They call these certain terms Verdalac because she got the power to like turn these humans into zombies without actually killing them, like the Michaels of the world do. She's just got power to keep them around, drain them. She's a more civilized vampire, I should say, more regal type of vampire, Verdalacs. Because she turned her sister into one as well. Her sister started killing other vampires to kind of get revenge on her. So she joins Michael, Danica, and Ava did not like that. So that literally was the start of the downfall for Michael. Because she did not like getting replaced. That's for damn sure. Ava felt that she got replaced, which she did. Because Danica started coming up with better ideas than Ava. Ava was like, nah, we ain't having this. So then she forms an allegiance with Calix. the government official. And yes, and this thing as well, by the way, it's everywhere in America at this point. This is a well-known thing. Vampires exist. So it's another thing where everything's like low key and the covenant vampires are out there. People are turning the public know about this. So yes, that's kind of this aspect as well. So everyone knows about this vampire thing that's out there. It's like the strain. Like everyone knows vampires exist at this point. It's not a myth at this point. Um, but yeah, Ava carries Michael away in a van that's under showings with Calix being this kind of overlord vampire. He's like the king of the vampires now. Because apparently they murdered Michael, and I'm like, I don't think he was dead. But if they had a season two, I don't think he'd be dead. I think Ava would have just thrown away. I feel Ava loved Michael, but Danica got in the way because Michael never saw Ava like that because she was very young. She was like 19 in the show. Um, character wise. So he never saw her like that, but Ava saw him as that, but he never saw her as that. You know what I'm saying? So Danica was just got in the way and just literally. But Ava was very headstrong, anyways. And Michael started to deteriorate his abilities. He started to lose abilities, and Ava saw that and she lost confidence and faith in him. Um, so yeah, she wants to start her own revolution at this point. Vampires, humans, vampires win. Let's go. That's basically Ava's philosophy. Uh, so at first, I was Michael, but Michael started to negotiate because he was friends with Luthor and he wanted to wipe out the human race like that. You know what I'm saying? So he had a change of heart. He was more human than vampire. I mean, with Michael, anyways, he had emotion, like true emotion. Um, but yeah, it's a really good show. But man, it got cut short, and I was like, man, it was just. In some older Luthor's got kind of a shot in the back apparently. I was like, what the heck? I thought this guy was dead. Took his son because Calix has his son now at the end of the show to kind of set up season two. Um, and that goes with obviously when it gets cancelled. But this is all based off a comic book anyway. This show V was, so I'm gonna check that comic book out as well. So that ends. But yeah, season one review, Netflix V Wars. Yes, there you go. That is the review. And another good show. Another good show on Netflix. It's just all these shows get cancelled so damn quick. It's like, what the heck? It's like, what? Come on. At least give these shows 2 seasons at least. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna pump out money and you obviously have faith in the show, give it 2 seasons, then wrap up in 2 seasons 2, then do that. You can't end the show like this, like something called V Wars, 1 season. It's just ridiculous. Come on now. Give it a chance to pick up. But yeah. Tell me you guys think in the comment section down below as always. I love reading you guys' comments. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Put it down below. Like, share, subscribe, follow your boy through this journey in the YouTube wars. Twitter, Instagram, any place you're gonna find me. If you want to donate to the channel, Legend Road 101 Cash App. So wherever you are, there, United States, safe out in these streets. It's Legend of Old 101 signing out. Peace.